pretty sure that was dead on. I don't think I've done it better.
Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Chaos Chamber. In this case, we have a Chaos Chamber short, should be an hour or less, preparing for the big on-site session this weekend, which I'm excited about, and should be an extra long one. We're thinking should be between 6 and 8 hours. A lot of good to come from it. Sorting everything out now. I'm excited. I hope everyone else is too. So we are still waiting on one more for today's session, and then we can get fully started. Griswold should be here momentarily.
Did you want to do a quick recap? I kind of like doing the recap where I just isolate you in Discord.
I'm great with that.
All right, cool.
This is going to be a short one because last session you isolated.
Yeah.
So I don't have it up for visual, so I'm relying on you. So last session picked up mid-battle, just after the attempted peace with Griswold, in which he had talked the Frost Giants into backing down, stepping away, and walking away. At which point, Siddle, slightly cloudy, slightly distracted, they took a small nap in the bushes. So missed the whole peace thing. Decided to reinstigate the battle. However, Reed was already lining up the bow. You could hear the string being pulled back. So really, it was not a big deal. It was happening one way or the other. And after firing that shot, the battle ensued. Having killed their winter wolves, they were now pissed and had just raged and attacked the party. However, that rage was not enough to do it. Quickly being surrounded by both the north and the south, not able to hit, they were taken down with relative ease after getting a few good shots in. Only Warwick being completely down. Got the old go blow on the screen.
I think it was Poblo.
Poblo. That's probably right. Anyways, with that said, Warwick going down with two strong hits, instantly putting him down in an unconscious state, putting a little bit of scare into the party. However, able to bring him back as well as finishing off both the Giants. At which point, you took the opportunity to skin two of the wolves. Actually, we're going to retroactively give Adrian a skinning there, as he would have done it. I did not do it in his character. My mistake, Adrian. So that you have a second one available. At that point, you covered up the battle site and made it look, and then moved over to take a long rest. You then went over to you didn't take a long rest. You went over to the site of the Vodendod, right of the Vodendod location. Upon finding your way over there, you found that it was about 30 feet below the ground. It had been untouched and not explored yet. Using a few of the beans, creating small explosions, you were able to quickly get your way down there and realize we have nothing to do with it. There's no way we can pull it anywhere. There's nothing we can do. And so you alerted the Lord's Alliance to its location, asked them to take care of it, and then made your way back into town. A few of you went back into the room and decided just to relax and get some things done. A few of you went out on the town, did some drinking and some inquiring, picked up a little bit of knowledge, a little feel for the town of Luskin a bit more, before making your way back to the hotel for the night, the inn. And at which point you are wrapping a few things up. We did not officially do the long rest. We will do that now. The Diddle had just sent a message to Gundren, so we will pick up with that response while Griswold was praying to Gabriel. And we'll go from there. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chaos Chamber.
Yeah, buddy.
Got a little sidetracked there. Mixed up where you guys hid the campsite. I was thinking you hid the battle area to make it look like a campsite, but I was wrong. It was the Rod of the Vonendod location that you hid. That's what I get for doing a midday session. So, Adrian, obviously, anything that you want to make up? We talked a little bit about this offline. You got a skinning in there of the winter wolves, so you now have an extra pelt. We left you back at the inn, so you didn't have anything. So anything you wanted to accomplish during that downtime, feel free to take care of that as well. Please. And also, Siddle sent the message to Gundren, in which case Siddle, you receive a response.
Quick
hey, everyone.
Hey, Evan's here. Quick
Evan.
What's the difference between a winter wolf and a dire wolf?
Winter wolf is a version of the dire wolf, if I recall, just with the whiter pelts. Basically, the northern version of it.
Well, that and they have the breath weapon.
Does Direwolf not have any?
They do not have a breath weapon. No, they're just a bigger
I mean, any type
version.
of. Okay.
No, they're just a bigger version. Winter wolves actually have a little bit of intelligence to them too. They used to be able to talk. I don't know if that's still the case or not.
They do speak Common and Giant in some cases.
Hey, can I tell you guys one quick thing that I thought was hilarious?
Absolutely.
I just gave a webinar on RGAs.
By the way, Evan, I forgot to mention we are live. I just gave the summary.
Oh, never mind. I'll wait. Let's just say that during the topic of conversation, there's a good chance that a note popped up that said, "Hey, in 15 minutes, something is gonna happen," and I'm like, "That is hilarious." No one caught. No, I don't think anyone caught it though, which was super funny. I was like, "Oh, click real quick." I almost.
Now I got to go back and look at the video. That's
Yeah,
entertaining.
It was pretty funny, but nonetheless. So go ahead, guys. Sorry.
No problem. So we picked up. Citadel just sent a message off to Gundren, retroactive a little bit. We have not yet finished the long rest. It is still the evening before. Griswold, you had prayed to Gabriel, etc. So anything anyone wanted to accomplish before the night was out, before we took the long rest?
I think I'm good.
Nope. I'll go to my end.
So,
Citadel, you should see that in roll 20 if you were in there.
I would say I'm assuming that Amrook and Settle are still kind of huddled up in the corner, quiet like.
Exactly. Yes, you two are still chatting in the corner.
Yeah, Reed was overhearing us talk about dicks and decided to stop listening. Pretty sure.
So just one quick out of character,
Please.
Garrett. Is that moral? Is that supposed to be moral or morale?
Oh, moral.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna then look back at Amrook after listening to this message get pumped into my fucking head. Only rumors, Gundren says. It's grown bigger than us, but our moral has penetrated deeply, spread out across the north. Word is they're planning something. And quiet to try and keep anybody else from hearing.
Yeah,
Based on discussion, my guess is he meant to say oral.
Is that Reed chiming in from the corner? He meant oral.
I'm not listening.
Then Amrook will do a little handshake, lock the forearms, and tell Siddle thank you, and he's going to see himself up to bed.
I'm going to say, anytime. I don't want to know. Nighty-night.
Good. Anything else anybody wants to accomplish before the end of the night?
I'm going to have another drink after that exchange and then go up to bed.
All right. Brings you over another ale that you've become familiar with as a Stonehill Ale. Sitting quietly, they stoke the fire a little bit for you as Siddle can just enjoy the warmth of it before heading to bed. And overall, it is a quiet night. You guys all sleep soundly, and you may now have a long rest.
Woo!
And before we cut off this, I'll use this as the opportunity to make mention, now that everybody is here and before I forget, and for everybody listening. So as of that battle and some discussion that occurred, it is official. You will be leveling up before our on-site. So I will duplicate the characters immediately after this. I have not done so yet, so you can then modify them. And we'll be heading into the on-site, learning some new battle capabilities, new techniques, new abilities. Getting into that party again, so I'm excited about it.
I'm excited.
Same.
I will let Keegan and Ashley know. They shouldn't know as well, but just in case, everyone give them a reminder so that everyone's prepped, and we'll go from there. So anyways, the night is quiet. You have no issue. Everyone sleeps very soundly in the inn that night, waking up bright and early. You guys slowly congregate down in the common area that you've now come to. Some light snacks are brought over to you, some just cheeses and meats for first thing in the morning, but have not ordered anything yet. What do you guys want to do for the day? Not all at once. I can only listen to one at a time.
This
Dude,
may be
God.
my brain farting, but we're not going back to the Vonendot, right? We just told the Lord's Alliance to go pick it up.
Correct.
We could meet them
Uh,
there.
Speaking of, Siddle, do you think maybe we should check in with our dragon friend that has the other piece,
Oh,
or should we
probably
let,
not a bad idea.
or should we let sleeping dragons lie?
You know, maybe let's revisit this at the end of the day, see what the day holds for us.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a bad idea if we met the Lord's Alliance out there, but I also know that we have some other things to accomplish here, so I don't know if that's going to interfere.
Yeah, I from talking with the Frost Giant, it doesn't seem like it's something that they're um, actively looking for. And if it's true that they're in battle with the fire giants, I don't see the fire giants making their way over here very quickly. So I think that piece would be safe.
Oh, sure,
Safe.
sure.
So what is our goal from here? Are we looking for Harshnag? Are we going to try to find these giants that attacked the caravan port last? Are we following Siddle's trail?
I believe we are waiting for the S Society members to show.
Mm-hmm.
Does
So as
anybody
you
need
guys
to do
are
any shopping?
Yes, I was going to say I'd love to go. I know this isn't a very big town, but I'd love to go to see if there's an armory or maybe a blacksmith or something, some type of trader. Um, just curious if we have some time.
Yeah, and you guys, as far as you're aware, you have some times in the day. As you guys are having this very groggy conversation, wake up in the morning, kind of licking your wounds from the frost giants. You guys are a little slower to wake up. These battles get a little harder and harder every time. Your joints ache. You got a few bruises and cuts that you're nurturing to get through it. The door opens rather suddenly, and a small boy comes running in, kind of wide-eyed, looking around, sees you, and you see a moment of recognition. He comes running over. Are you the Phandalin Phive? No,
Uh,
I'm sorry to
that
disturb you.
that
And he's gonna
that
turn around
that,
and start to run. But
that's us. Yo.
I'm supposed to deliver a message for you. Uh, there has been no sign of the party you're looking for yet. More to come. That's all I know. I don't know anymore.
I'll
Will you
hand the
know nothing?
kid. I'll hand the kid like 5 silver.
He's looking at sir. I believe you dropped this.
No, it's yours. Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, yes, sir. Much appreciated, sir. He's gonna give you little bows, and he's kind of backing up, staring at you the whole time. Afraid if he turns around, you may grab him. And he's gonna turn around. He gives a couple glances over to Griswold with some terror. Turns and runs out the door.
I was waiting for Adrian to give him like 20 gold.
I was thinking about it.
Alright, it sounds like a shopping trip is mandated at this point. Warwick,
I'm down.
do you have need for anything? Last time we had a shopping trip, you asked me to buy you a journal.
Think he's looking for a house.
Yeah, a house would be great. If you find a realtor, that'd be good. I'm willing to pay upwards of 500 gold pieces.
Holy shit!
From your past
Wow.
experiences, I'm very hesitant to believe that you're willing to pay anything.
Yeah, really.
I'm willing to loan 500 gold pieces until they decide to give it back to me.
That sounds about right.
We'll call it a steal to own type arrangement.
if we are going to do some shopping, and we happen to maybe venture further north, we may want to look into getting some partier gear.
You guys might. I'm naturally resistant to the cold weather, but I mean, getting a pelt wouldn't be too shabby. Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking about, Edrin?
Yeah.
I could
And as
use
he
some
says
warm
this, you
weather
guys realize it kind of hits you that as the door was opened by that kid, a very cold gust blew in that just chilled you to the bone. A few of you were able to just brush it off, didn't affect you, but you certainly noticed it compared to the travels further south that you've been, where this time of year is still quite balmy.
And Rook will just pull his owlbear pelt a little tighter because he's good with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need one, says Warwick.
Same here. Let's go shopping together. We're gonna lock arms and skip.
You're gonna pay for it this time, though, Warwick.
Certainly not full price.
Maybe I should shop by myself.
Get you a good deal. I can
need
promise you
to take
that.
Yeah, I just don't want to steal it, you know?
All right. Do you want me to steal it?
I don't want stolen goods.
All right. What about paying bare minimum?
I don't want to exploit anybody either. I mean, I'm all for tax, but
Where do you have your fun then? No exploitation, no stealing. I don't get it.
to each their own and all that.
All right. Althea, pretty quiet over in the corner, chimes in that she'll also need some cold weather gear.
for the pelt I took.
Yeah, I was gonna. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was gonna say I think myself and Adrian just need tailors for the pelts we scavenge off the
Reed could
winter
probably
ones.
get like 4 out of one of those wolf pelts, right?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could get 2 halflings pretty easily. They're pretty large, but he struggled to hack it up a little bit. So you got some bits and pieces, some odds and ends. You got a little fur pouch if you need it. You could probably make a nice purse that goes with it. But you couldn't quite get a full coat with a gear. Probably make one little hat out of it. So they're you hacked away at it a little bit. What was the other thing that was just mentioned? Do any of you have the ability to do that yourselves? The ability to tailor it, or would you need to find somebody to make it for you? Does anyone have that proficiency?
I
don't-
have proficiency with leatherworker skills or leatherworker
Okay.
tools.
So yeah, with some downtime, you would be able to put them together yourselves if you wanted to, or you can certainly drop them off at a tailor of some type.
Cool. I mean, we could probably get some good money for these pelts, though, too.
Sounds like a new business venture. We just go out winter wolf hunting.
I mean, I've known people that kind of sustain their life like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little dangerous, but they do okay.
We could also just trade the pelts for already fitted coats.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Or houses, Warwick chimes in.
Or a house, yeah, or a mansion.
Yeah,
Or city.
we'll give the family 2 pelts. That way they can stay warm as we kick them out of their house.
That is
Or
a
the
great
whole city.
idea. I like Reed.
All right, let's go find an outfitters.
Urban
Okay.
outfitter.
So as
Yeah.
you guys leave the location, guys,
Luskin Outfitters.
so as you guys step out, you got into the cold morning weather, and again it kind of chills you to the bone, especially those that don't have any cold weather gear momentarily. This far north, especially this close to the water, you get a nasty breeze coming in from that salt water. Some heavy snow fell that previous night. There's a couple inches on the ground as you guys walk through. Starting to feel that even though it's mid spring, mid springtime frame. You guys are definitely feeling the cold weather. Taking a look around, you see some carts slowly hobbling by, some horses breathing steam out their mouth, heading past. Everyone kind of giving you glares. Most people keeping themselves though, heads down, not saying a word. You see very little actual engagement between anyone. Everyone seems to be going about their business midday. So you guys get very little attention at this point. Making your way around town, you guys find a few different places that you can utilize. Having passed a few of the bars that are the taverns that are still going, there are some places next to it. You passed, let's see, Brown Branch Outfitters. Taking a look in there, you do look, and it appears right in the storefront. Dirty windows. You kind of rub the windows off a little bit and look in. You see, say, some cold weather gear in there. A few, they got some minor trinkets here and there, little things on the shelves. Various things for outfitters for heading to the north. You see like an axe on the wall. You see some rope. Just some variety of items that appears to be would be a good place. Do you want to keep looking for other places? What do you guys want to do? You do recall seeing a few on your way in as well. Further down there, you saw the Hungry Compass was an option.
Do we recall if it looked any better, worse?
It looked
About the
worse.
same?
It was the Hungry Compass was a raggedy little place. It was basically between two tucked in. It was almost an alleyway that was just boarded off with a door. Griswold could probably lay down and touch both sides of the walls from left to right. So it's going to be a little bit deeper. So it was a glorified cart for the most part. Let's see. You also do recall seeing the Flimsy Pot. Seemed to be less of a rugged outfitter, more of higher end wares. And by higher end in this town, it was more practical. So unlike the outfitter, it was more of a pure shop that sold trinkets, variety of things that would be utilized around town. So jars, bottles, stuff for houses, outfitting that. So more of your standard shop.
Anywhere we can
All
get
right.
a diamond?
In this town, do you want one that's potentially hot?
I was
You
to
could
say,
probably find a good street corner that had some available under their trench coat.
I'll pose that idea to the group. Say that we could see if we can find some diamonds to ensure that we can stay alive.
Hadron already has my set of diamonds as well, right? So we have one.
yeah, I do.
We
Yeah,
okay.
we have one.
Okay.
He does,
You
but
you only have one right now? I thought you guys had three 100
well,
gold piece items.
he has three 100, so he has enough for one spell. And so
Okay.
Yeah.
the proposition was, what if two of us go down?
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree. Do you have that Adrian? Do you have that scroll of revivify as well? Or did we
I
use
still
that
do
already?
have. No, I still have that. Okay, I still have that. I said, well, let's go in here, check this out, and then we can go over to the other place and see if they have anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Making your way in, you got to get a visual feel for it whenever you stepped out, but you walk in and it is boring on the inside as it is on the outside. It was a pretty standard building, not much to it, a little bit drab, small sign, dirty windows, and you walk in and the inside is just as similar, very poorly lit. The shop is not very well organized, kind of chaotic in where everything is. You're struggling to immediately find the sections that you may want as you do so. It seems like they've just stacked things up at various times in the corners as they came in. No real rhyme or reason to the organization. However, you kind of take a quick look and it seems prices may be reasonable. And everything does seem clean and fairly decent quality for these various adventuring gear items. So you feel pretty good about the actual gear itself. Looking around, the place is pretty empty. You see one small, what appears to be, you see some elven features on this young man looking around. He's over by the lanterns, just checking that out. Not much to it, but otherwise the place is empty. You do see behind one of the counters what appears to be a little. He almost appears halfling to you right on first glance. Shorter, just slightly bigger than Reed. His features are fairly human. However, big bulbous nose, hair a little unkempt. His ears are just slightly pointier, so kind of an odd mix that you hadn't seen before. But he's just seems to be back there looking over the books, writing some stuff down, taking some notes, comparing things. Doesn't seem to notice your entry.
Before I go in, I cast detect magic
Okay.
just in case.
And you don't seem to find. Let me check. Get the dice out. See.
You never know in the little shops.
Yeah, and you don't seem to find anything in this particular shop. It seems to be mostly standard items, nothing to text. You guys light up like Christmas trees to you, and the various gear that you're carrying, but nothing outside of that.
Cool. One seems to be the elf. I think you said he was one that was kind of.
Yeah, it just seems to be a middle-aged half elf, perhaps. He has some elven features on it, but doesn't appear to be full elven. Just back in the corner, he's grabbed a lantern at this point. Seems to like the purchase and is heading over to the counter to pay for it. Otherwise, the shop is empty and dead. So you just have to.
They have like anything, like any kind of like mountain climbing gear, any pickaxes or pittons or anything.
Up in the corner, actually spread across 3 or 4 different corners, you find various parts of what you just listed for mountain climbing gear. You see some ropes and pickaxes over in the one corner, which are nowhere near the lanterns, which you just saw. You see some various gear, some like pantons and stuff, some other items tucked away on one shelf halfway through. Pitons, that's the word I was looking for there. Let's see what else. You find, let's see, shovels are completely away from that. You find some torches near the tinder boxes and a water skin tucked right in the middle of the store, kind of piled up with some furs and other pelts. So you can certainly find the majority of that stuff. It seems to have everything you would need for a good trip north, just scattered.
All right. I'll try to gather some of gather a set of like a nice heavy coat. Not that he really needs it, but a heavy coat, maybe a little fur lined or whatever. See if I can find one, and nice pair of boots.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, and you're able to find some nice pelts. They have them again, not in the same rack. You find some over here, some over there, but they seem really heavy duty, marked for the north. Looks to be some type of animal that you have not yet seen up in this region, but it's a pretty hefty pelt. Thick, seems to be water rolling right off of it. It's almost got like an oily surface to it that would roll off. The stitching looks good and pretty good. You're able to find some of the gloves and equivalent other cold gear that would go along with that. You find some boots that are pretty rugged as well, well sewn, made of the same type of material with a thick lining. Some heavy pants that go with it, wool cap. So it's kind of the entirety of the setup that you would need from a cold weather gear standpoint.
Nice.
I'm gonna grab the same.
Yep, same here.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys are each able to find. Althea is going to grab one as well. Find one in your size ish. None of them are custom tailored by any means, but they seem to generally fit. Made kind of fit all.
Do they have different colors?
You see that there are what appears to be a few different types of animal pelts that you couldn't quite make out. One's a light gray. You see another one that's a brownish. A couple that are kind of in between. You see one black. So yeah, you have some options that are of dark bland colors.
I'm gonna take a gray.
Okay. So Reed, Althea, Adrian, did you say you were taking one? Siddle?
Yep.
Adrian, were you getting one as well, or were you just looking?
No, I'm gonna pick up coat or whatever.
Okay. I wasn't sure since you had the ring.
No, I don't want to look too inconspicuous.
Walking around shorts and a t-shirt up north.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like 40 below. He's out in, like, t-shirts and
Clearly nothing magical about him.
no,
But you
there's
got
nothing.
Griswold walking with the cut off, ripped pants, Hulk
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. Well, he's in you know, he can handle the code. He's in heavy armor, but Griswold will pick up some type of like a standard pelt. He's not going to go all out with all the other stuff because he doesn't need it. But he'll pick up just a standard pelt.
Okay.
Are there? Does he see any weapons?
There are some weapons around. It's very, very limited. Basically, the very basic stuff. You see a few spears. You see some clubs, some daggers. You see one mace hanging on the corner, although it looks a little bit tarnished and beat up. You see some light hammers over in the corner, but that's about it. What would you just call simple weapons?
Mm.
And as you guys are looking, you find some backpacks. There is actually what it seems to be assembled as a little special. You got a climber's kit, full climber's kit over in the corner that has a lot of this stuff put together. You hadn't seen it tucked before. It's actually underneath a few things. You just happen to see the rope sticking out and flip up, and there it is. You guys see some grappling hooks that are separate from that. Some spyglasses, some tents. You got a variety of this gear as you look around a little bit more and more. And at this point, as you guys are meandering, the little halfling-esque gentleman behind the counter is now kind of looking at you over these tiny little glasses he's got, watching you as you guys make your way through here. Back to his books, then looking at you. Back to his books, look at you.
Griswold's going to pick up a couple of grappling hooks as well.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pick up the climber's pack.
Okay.
Emmerich will pick up a tent because if we do travel north, you don't want to be out there.
Okay.
Now, Garrett,
you said a couple grappling hooks.
Yeah. With Griswold, he has Goliath. What is it called? He's just used to kind of these cold weathers. I'll tell you what it's actually called. I just can't remember. If he slept out mountain born, you're adopted naturally to the cold climates, and of course you can also acclimate to high altitude, and it also includes the elevations which are above the 20,000 feet. Would you say that Griswold gets cold if he doesn't sleep in a tent? Like how would you rate this since we're up in the north and Griswold having that?
Yeah, so that mountain born trait specifically, so out of character, naturally adapted to cold climates. Yeah, so you are resistant to the cold then. So that's not an issue.
All right, so
any extreme colds, you're okay. So you're good below 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. All right. And he'll be good with just the pelt.
Yep.
What was that?
Yeah, you won't have to. We won't have any constitution issues with that then.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
Let me just double check one thing real quick to make sure.
Might be a little weird though if you were outside and the rest of us are in tents. Just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, is their tent big enough for Griswold?
It's a 2-person tent that you picked up. They don't seem to have some large ones. You know what? I'll tell you what. You were able to find a larger 4-person tent. And did you want something massive enough for the 7 of you, or?
No,
I mean, one to pick
plus Frank and some variety of other creatures that are along. Anything else that follows you in?
Maybe we should pick up a couple.
Yeah, 3 tents.
Yeah.
And as he's looking at you guys, and you guys are kind of waffling on this, he's hearing this discussion of how you're talking. Tents are a gold piece per person. So 2-man tent, 2 gold pieces. 4-person tent, 4 gold pieces.
All right, so Griswold needs a 4-person tent himself.
You barter
for him and Frank.
Yeah, I'll give you. For you and Frank, it'd be about a 4-person tent just for you two.
All right. Yeah,
I'll get your feeder still might stick out the bottom of it.
I don't think Frank gets.
Yeah,
cold.
I mean, Griswold doesn't get cold either, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, this is more.
I like that you two are cuddling in the tent.
Anything, so it doesn't really matter.
You want a sleeping bag for him? You want to pick up a blanket? What else you need for him?
Teddy bear.
Yeah, I'm the teddy bear, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get the 4-person tent, couple of grappling hooks, and the just a standard pelt.
All right. Anything else that you guys would be looking for or want in addition to that? Looking around, you got blankets, you got bottles, glasses, you got some buckets, some candles, some chain. You walk past, you see a couple small chests. You see some fishing tackle in there. You see, let's see, you see some hunting traps, some ink and paper. You see all the lanterns. You see some magnifying glasses, some miner's picks. Yeah, that's about it. Anything else you'd be looking for to load up on?
I think that's probably about it.
Sack, shovel. Cool. Okay.
I'll
So
get,
bring this. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you guys bring this large handful of all this gear over, and you've kind of been gathering it throughout the shop and just dump it on the counter, right on top of this guy's books. He's looking down, looks up at each of you. All right. Quite the collection you've got here. I appreciate that. Good selection. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say you're moving up north, huh? Trying to scale a mountain?
Wow.
Or going off the clouds?
Just in case.
Just in case you end up north.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You
Get
never know
lost
where you
often?
might. Well, you never.
meander off and end up to the far north more than once.
You know what? Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes you just kind of get on a road and you just end up like 5 days later. You're like, how did I end up here?
All right, whatever suits you. You're spending money in my establishment. I'm comfortable with that.
How much?
Can't complain.
How much for all of our? How much for all this?
That's quite a collection there. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So let's see the individual cold weather gear, boots, and everything else. That'll run you 10 gold pieces a piece. We do have a sale right now. They're going for 8 gold pieces. We can see the climbing kit is going for 25. I'm willing to cut that down to 23 for you at the moment. A couple grappling hooks. Those are 2 gold pieces a piece. The pelts are 5 gold pieces each, and your tent, gold piece per person. So I guess all said and done, you're looking at let's see, between the 8. Quick math. Oh boy, I appreciate everything you're buying here. This is some good stuff. Anything else you may need while I'm adding this up?
Warwick
I don't.
asks if he has anything in the back that might be
In
of
the
more
back?
value.
I've got more of the
I
same.
gotta do it for Keegan. I gotta do it for
No, that's
Keegan.
okay. We're all chiming in for Warwick here. Not much in the back. I just got more of the same. Things I haven't brought out here yet, but just your basic wares. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Do I see any rings around, like platinum rings by chance?
You do see some rings. You taking a quick look at them, you do not think they're platinum by any means. They seem to be just kind of cheaper, small, maybe some iron rings. Pretty malleable, kind of tarnished. You see some what would be an aluminum, maybe a one looks like it might be silver, but you're not holding your breath. It looks like it may be a kind of a mix, not holding up well. You do see a few cheap ones as well that you're entertained by. They are replicas of your signet ring, not yours specifically, but they are meant to look like signet rings, but very poor copies of them. So you see this on the counter over in the corner.
Gotcha. All right, no worries.
So with the sale all said and done, that's 76 gold pieces.
I will hand him 76 gold pieces.
All right.
As he does that, I'm going to ask him if he barters.
And it's almost in his hand. Like Adder's just getting ready to drop it in. You see him kind of licking his lips, all excited. Adrian holds it, stops it right as you say that. His fingers wiggle a little bit. How much are you looking to have off?
I mean, we're buying a bunch of fur. And I have a doctor.
Curious. I'm going to ask him curiously. I have this winter wolf pelt. How much for this? How much would you trade for this?
A winter wolf. I think you're just talking about a regular wolf that's located up here. They do have the minor white pelt, and as you pull it out, you see his eyes get real big. My God. How the hell did you come across one of those? Two of those?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna pull mine out as Adrian.
That's a real freaking Winterwolf pelt. Who's selling those? How much you pay for it? How much you want for it?
How much are you looking to buy it for?
I'll tell you what, I'm willing to call it an even trade. Your 2 pelts for everything you've got on the table.
Nah. I'll keep
All
it.
right.
Um,
How about 1 pelt for everything here?
the whole store?
The whole store. You're a funny man. I like it. Everything you've got here on the table, I'm willing to give you the 76 gold pieces worth of gear, no charge. Warwick's gonna just chime in, and I'll tell you what. Since he's helping, Adrian, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Shit, son.
Persuasion. Advantage. Persuasion? Oh boy.
I know you don't get to make these off anymore.
Oh my God.
The nat 20.
Who do you pick to drink? It's the middle of the day. Let's do this.
I got hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
I shall drink my coffee. All right. I can give you.
Garrett, out of character, would I know that Winterwolf pelts could be enchanted?
Yeah, I would say you're pretty familiar being a druid, both with enchantment capabilities, magic, as well as pelts. I mean, you're a man of nature, so I would say yeah, you're familiar with it. The capabilities there.
I think I'm gonna hold on. I think I'm gonna hold on to this one. I don't have need for gold, so I have more need for this than I do the gold. So here's the gold. Just take the gold.
All right. Maybe can I throw in something to perhaps try to talk you into it? Maybe. Oh my, what can I give you? I don't have anything here. I got this beautiful spyglass in. That's pretty impressive. No, I can't do that. That's too much. All right, if you're looking for anything in the future, if you find any extras that you're willing to, please come back and see me. I'll try to scrounge something up to make it worth your while next time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and so with that, go ahead and take 76 gold.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and take 76 gold pieces out of your inventory.
Done.
I will
And you guys are loaded up then. So Grizz, you got a couple grappling hooks in there. You got your climbing gear. You guys got four things of cold gear. You got just a pelt for Grizz, and enough tents for the group.
Adrian, did you get that? Amrook gave Adrian 10
Cool.
to cover his part.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if please tell everybody to come see Chamb3r at Brown Branch.
Amrook gives Adrian 10 gold on the way out to cover his part.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yep, same here.
All right. Althea is gonna kick in as well. Ooh. You know what I didn't check? Does Warwick need it? I think he's going to need cold weather gear too. I might have to throw 10 gold pieces in for him. Quick check.
So now we all have matching uniforms. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes. I think
like
he's
the
going to
X-Men.
need it as well.
It is chilly out, right?
Yeah. I'm wearing this shit out of the store.
I'm not. I'm just
Tags,
wearing
tags still
the coat.
dangling and everything.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm changing
Kinda
his
like when
gold. He got one as well.
Kind of like when you're a kid, you went school shopping and you got new sneakers, and you asked Mom, can I wear the new sneakers home? Can I wear the new sneakers home?
Do you put the old ones in the box, toss them in the back of the car?
Yep.
You guys are gonna run back to the inn and tavern, start showing them off to the bartender. Look at my new kicks.
These have lights. These have lights. I'm gonna cast lights on my new shoes.
You're trying to install some wheels underneath there that will kick
Yeah, I
out
was
on
gonna
the
say
heels.
wheelies.
All right. And then Grizz, you wanted to find a blacksmith?
Yeah, if there's one around.
Yeah, you're able to track one down a couple blocks over as you guys are meandering around. You walk past it, you see up on the sign some big flame forges on there. Some big flames up on there. The sign called "The Heat Is On."
Wow. Shit.
Nice.
Walking in, you see a pretty hefty dwarf. Not quite as robust as Amrook is, but pretty hefty in the arms, like a brick, but otherwise a little thinner. Brick and Chester are big, but he's a smaller guy. Seems to be a little bit older, hammering away, working on what appears to be a scythe of some type. Doesn't even hear you come in initially. Then looks over as a shadow kind of forms over it with Grizz looking down on him. Oh, what can I do you for?
Just curious if you have any glaives or halberds floating around.
I do. I've got a number of them over here. Looking for anything in particular with them? Anything special? A couple of these are just made within the last few days. You look over and you see various size glaives. One of which the largest would fit you. Actually, kind of fits nicely in your hand. You see some smaller ones, kind of tailored all the way down, side by side, to a size that would fit Reed for the most part. This little half glaive. To you, it almost looks like a little scythe that you would hack up in the field. You're able to see some halberds as well. A couple of those off in the corner.
Does either one fit my glaive or the halberd? Do they both fit my size?
Yeah, you would be able to, the largest size of them, since they come tailored, or are both up to you, would fit your size.
Somebody's going to pull our master.
Nice call on that.
I don't actually. I will tell you. I am. Hold on.
You can wait until the in person. I was just calling it out. I'm sorry.
I will tell you. I'm not doing Polar Master. There's a specific reason though why I want one. Well, we'll see. I'll show you.
He thinks they look really cool. He saw someone in a picture have one and wielding it, so now he needs one.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll look at the. I'll look at. So did Adrian walk in as well? And is detect magic still working?
Yeah, I'll come in with you and I'll recast detect magic if I have to.
Yeah, and once again, each of you light up like a Christmas tree. You guys are decked out all the way through. Looks like you see various items on each of you lighting up. So it's tough to detect things that are around it. Besides all these weapons, you kind of ignore each of those. But looking around, it looks otherwise pretty barren. Nothing in this particular area. And as you look at this particular shop, each one of your magic items alone may be worth the entirety of this shop. It's pretty run down. But the weapons on the side, while well made, are certainly not even what you saw out of Chamb3r. So those were expertly made. This is pretty good here though. But yeah, if he had a magic item, he would probably sell it and buy a nicer shop. Let me put it that way.
Okay, got it. So this is okay. So this isn't. All right. So these aren't crazy. This isn't like the. Okay. This isn't the good stuff. Thanks for that comparison.
Yeah, and like I said, it's made. You look at it, and it is quality, but it's certainly not mastery level like you would find in some other towns. This is a rough side of town here. There's certainly, if it's not stolen, it's kind of bare bones. You don't see a lot of, despite the fact the amount of money that's moving through the harbor up to the north, down to the south, it doesn't seem to be getting to them.
Okay.
So everything's pretty bare bones.
So you're saying trickle down economics doesn't work?
Yeah. They're working on it. They're trying. They've just reduced taxes on the rich, but it hasn't made it down this way quite yet.
There's something trickling, man. There's something trickling.
Side note, Chaos Chamber takes no position on politics. All jokes made are completely independent of that and are no opinion of the Chaos Chamber group.
That's awesome. I'm gonna hold it in my hand for a second. Just say, this.
And feeling your hand, I mean, it does feel pretty good. It fits you well. Good quality, nice and stiff, sharp blade. So you're fairly happy with it. Just nothing that's impressive.
What? This isn't. I'm kind of in the mood for a halberd, but I'm iffy. I mean, this feels okay, but I don't know how much is this.
Oh, let's see. For the large one, that's 25 gold pieces. It's pretty nice. I just made it. There's not a lot that come in your size. You don't make a ton of gear for extra large. What is it? 3x, 4x you wear.
6.
You're a bloody big man.
Goliath. It runs in my blood a little bit.
I should hope so.
Baby giant.
All right. Out of character. I'm not looking for magical, but I just want to understand one thing for the quality here. When you say that the other ones are expertly made, are you talking about more of they have good designs and all that kind of crap, but realistically,
exactly.
This one's gonna okay.
This will work. There's no negligence to it. It's a halyard or halberd and glaive. They're very bare bones. Nice polished staff, as Amrook notes, and just a good sharp blade. But there's nothing impressive about it. It's not that expertly tailored. Like looking at your armor. Your armor is just expert work. Very finely detailed, nuanced. Just looks pretty. These just are effective. But as far as the stats go, they both cut the same way.
These are the fruit circles as opposed to the fruit loops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aldi brand, man.
Yeah.
The best.
I'm gonna look at him.
Aldi is not a sponsor yet.
Not yet. Well, I really appreciate this. I'm gonna look down at my mace. I think I'm going to stick with my mace for now, but I'll keep this in mind. The halberd was more of a to practice, but for right now, I think I'm good. We do have some things that we have to take care of, but I
If
do
you're looking for a practice unit, I've got a used one in the back. It's got a few nicks and dings into it, but I think it'll fit you. I could probably get rid of that for just 7 gold pieces. If you don't mind, just a practice gear. He goes back while you're thinking about it and pulls it out. It's got a few little rust spots on it. You see some nicks and dings where they clearly hit the actual pole of this thing. A few nicks in the blade. Overall, not bad.
Why don't you try to trade them for some of the shit you have in the bag that we don't need?
That's where I'm getting at.
For it.
That's where I'm getting at. Hold on a sec. I'm going to say, that doesn't sound bad. Let's. Are you willing to barter? Because I actually have some weapons that.
I always looking to barter. Willing to exchange some stuff. What do you got?
So actually, considering that he's a blacksmith, the only thing that I have a ton of stuff that's worth a lot in the pack, but I mean, the only 2 things that I think he'd probably be interested in are I have 2 daggers, I have a scimitar. I don't think he's going to be interested in quarterstaffs or lanterns, stuff or slings, stuff like that, because it's really not under his.
Yeah, and as you're kind of pulling this stuff out, he's still looking in the bag. He kind of looks over those, not interested.
Yeah.
So what'd you say? You had a couple daggers and what?
I have 2 standard daggers, and probably, and I have a scimitar. Those are probably only the things that he'd want. All the other stuff is.
You wouldn't have had 2.
Well, and he sees the scimitar. He goes, "That's an interesting unit. Where did you get that at? That's not made around here. Imported, foreign made from the looks of it."
We've been through quite a few battles, and I've picked it up along the way.
Interesting. He's going to take a look at it. It's got a few dings in it as well. It was used, but he's looking at it. Straight blade. Pretty solid, well made, still sharp. I'm willing to trade you this for the used halberd.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
All right. She's all yours. And he's going to hand over the halberd and take the scimitar. Can do something with this, fix it up. take it over and put it in a pile with some other stuff that looks like it's still half finished and has some work to do on it.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else I can get you?
No, that's it. I appreciate it.
All right. Much appreciated. He's
And
gonna
I'll
pull the cap
nod to
back
him
down
and
and start hammering again. You see, he takes the hammers a piece out and takes it and puts it back in the fire to let it heat up.
awesome.
Any other stores that you guys are intending to look for or get? Anything else gear that you wanted, other than the potentials of a diamond? Okay.
No.
No.
So as you guys enter the shop and kind of take a look around, you're looking up and down the streets. The snow's starting to melt now, so you're getting this ugly slush that's been worn in from the morning. The day's heating up, so the snow's melting. It's been churned over and over, so the roads are just covered and filthy now. A couple inch thick mud as you guys are stepping through. Your brand new boots are already getting worn in and a little bit dirty. You guys are all pissed off, but you're staying dry and warm,
Yeah.
which is the important thing. And right at that time, you look down the road, and this little boy comes ripping out from an alley, and you recognize this boy is coming into the inn earlier. He's looking around, sees you, turns and starts running your direction. It's right then he kind of loses his balance, slips in the mud. You see him drop down, catches himself on his hands. His hands are covered in mud. His knees are now covered. Realizes he doesn't care. He needs to give you a message. He comes over. Phandalin Phive, I just heard. He's coming into town. I don't know when. He'll be here later. They said he'll be here in a few hours, I guess. He's got an appointment. The rumors just made it back to us, so he'll be here later.
Where's he got an appointment?
They said he'll be at the Krusty Troll sometime tonight. Didn't have my notes up. It is the Krusty Troll, right? Yes, the Krusty Troll.
Warwick sounds like your kind of place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could own that place by the end of this. Give me a few more days. Kid, let me ask you. The waitresses there, are they hot? Single?
Thank you.
In my area?
Willing to sell a house?
Any real estate agents nearby that may join there often? And the kid just looks real confused. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. I can find out. That wasn't part of the message. I was just ordered to find you immediately.
I'm going to thank him, and this time I'm going to actually toss him a gold piece. Mostly because I hate having a weird number, so it gives me 725, a nice round number.
Thank you, sir. And if you need anything else at all, anything, I'm your man. Just keep me in mind. I'm happy to serve in any way that I can. Any errands you may need run while you're in town. Any your boots need cleaned. But please just find Eardick. I'm willing to help.
As my mom used to say, just keep your nose clean.
I'm sorry, sir. I fell a little bit ago. He's wiping off his nose.
And your ear, by the sounds of
it. EARDIC is his name. Not intended, but it's Eardick. There's a little bit of enunciation on the A.
Oh, so you're Swedish or Norwegian, something like that?
I don't know where that is, sir. I've never left town. I apologize.
Poor child.
I can find that out for you too if you'd like. I'll have to ask my mom.
Just let him go. Let's just go. Be off, kid. We're sorry.
all right,
I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
sorry.
And he's gonna turn around and run off, trying to brush himself off and clean it up. And on that note, we have hit the 1 hour mark at the end of the D&D short. So with that, we will pick up with that news that they are coming into town this weekend.
Sounds good.
Who are we looking for again?
I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks, everybody, for watching.